Ooh, welcome to IMH.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And guess what? I'm Alexis P. Bevels, and the P stands for pissed off.
Why?
I'm fired up.
What?
I'm pissed off.
What?
I've never been angrier about George Santos being expelled from the house or whatever.
What was that about?
I don't know. Don't they know we finally have someone in there willing to do the work?
His mom is a 9/11 survivor who wasn't in the United States at the time of 9/11, which I think admirable.
Brave. Okay.
I will say, him getting expelled wrongfully. He was too fierce. One of my favorite things is everyone sharing their favorite George Santos moments. And then there was a moment, because he had said that he was Jewish and that his grandparents had to flee the Nazis. And of course, none of that turned out to be true. So when a reporter confronted him and was like, what did you mean by you were Jewish? You're clearly not Jewish. And he goes, I said I was Jew-ish. Sorry. I thought you were George Santos for a second. No, he does not belong anywhere near the government, but...
He belongs right in the center of it.
Yes. Put Oval Office?
Honey, put him in the Oval Office.
I would love to see how he'd decorate it. I bet it would look insane.
I bet there would be cum everywhere. He loves OnlyFans.
He doesn't know what it is, but he loves using it. I think that's fair. Because there are some porn websites that I get on by accident, and I'm like, what website is this? And I think if a reporter stopped me outside my office and said, what is this website? I could very honestly say, I don't know.
I also think it's been a while since we've just had somebody
It's been a while.
Since we've had somebody real in there. Like a real person, not a politician. Not a politician.
No.
We need someone in there who is a straight shooter, even if they're gay.
There's nothing straight about him.
And you know what? His opinion that there are only two genders, I think I agree. Say it with me. There are only two genders.
And what are those genders?
Fag and cunt.
Which one are you?
Oh, a cunt.
Oh, let's see. What am I? What did my dad always call me?
Faggot.
Yeah. Sorry to have started on such a positive note, but we are here to talk about Dragula, and Dragula is scary. You know what else is scary?
Well, just like George, this is rock. This is rock and roll. This is bones. This is shredding guitars. This is microphone stands with handkerchiefs on them.
I don't think anything that you said made sense, but I will give you, I think George Santos would play the guitar as well as Neo did. So let's just jump into it. We've got such an episode ahead of us. First and foremost, we're back in the long table room. And you know that we're going to be there for a good half hour, 45 minutes. Remember when Jarvis made Orgotic do the extermination challenge for no reason?
Yes.
And then Orgotic said, I'm going to put a curse on you.
Yeah.
It worked.
And the curse came true.
Are you watching The Curse?
Not yet.
It's really good. I don't know that you'd like it. Anything that I love, I present to you in a very, maybe, way.
Do you know what that is hilarious and ridiculous? It's because anything I love, I know automatically you're not going to love it.
Yin and yang.
I don't feel like that's okay.
We complete each other.
I don't feel like that's okay.
Sorry. 69.
Thank you.
So we find out, they're going to have to go ahead and do the Battle of the Bands.
Go ahead and do the Battle of the Bands. Now, they did their looks last week, and now they have to be in bands together. They have to make a new look. Surprise! You have to make a new look.
Surprise,
and it has to be cohesive with your bandmates. And there's some friction amongst the monsters. So how easy is this going to go, Darby?
I think it's going to go okay, because it did end up being okay. But I loved the tension. But then I loved that the tension kind of dissipated.
No, you know what
when the conversation continued, and we were still in the long table room.
Well,
and I said, don't you have something else to do? Sorry.
The conversation dissipated, and then Throb Zombie said, everyone, shut the goddamn fuck up, because we're not doing this, because I want to win. And it was like, oh, yeah, actually, that sounds great. We'll do that.
Cynthia had a couple moments in the long table room where I think she's just enjoying
being on TV.
Having the storyline.
Yeah.
She clearly is not invested in it. Because as soon as Throb was like, we're not doing this, Cynthia's like, of course. And they have their arms around each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, Cynthia. And as she's explaining, I forget what she was talking about at first, but it was of course directed towards JK. And she kind of loses the plot as she keeps talking until finally, I think it was Orgotic put his arm around her and was like, I don't think you know what you're saying anymore. It was great. But the other fantastic moment was when they were getting their instruments. Niohuru picked up a guitar because she said the hottest people play the guitar. And she looks at the guitar pick and goes, "What is this?" She doesn't know what a guitar pick is.
Well,
funny.
I wouldn't know either if I didn't know.
True. Well said. And she says, "You know what? I'm not going to use it."
I don't want that.
I love it. Do you? I mean, it didn't end up working for her, but...
It's about... Drag is art. Art is subjective. And we're not judging you based on your drag we're judging you based on your drag as it applies to this challenge. And if you don't want to use a pick, babies, don't use a pick.
Well, I'm judging you based on how well you play the guitar. And it wasn't good. Funny.
Yeah, but...
What I thought was really different was, for the first time in Dragula, Scarestory. Okay, we can't say herstory. Monster.
Boostery.
Boost. No, that sounds like you're giving them a boost.
History. What about history? Because snakes are scary.
And boys are scary.
History.
So for the first time in Dragula
history. For the first time in Dragula hysterectomy.
They do smell. We have...
I asked my sister is a nurse right now, or she's like training to be a nurse.
Okay.
She's like getting ready to be a nurse.
She's a nurse.
And so she is doing like cadaver stuff. And I said, "Do you think a hysterectomy smells?" And she said, "Yeah."
Of course. It's a very long story. I'm sure I've said it in another episode. Good luck. For the first time in Dragula history, they record their own vocals.
They do get to record their own vocals, and that was cool. They went to a shed in the back.
Super cool. Did you hear their vocals on this song?
I
only heard the boulets. Were they just kind of like backup?
There's a lot of screaming, which is what I heard.
Maybe that's what it was. You know, like in songs when you listen, they're sing, and then you'll hear someone go, huh? Luna? I don't know.
We the best music, or whatever.
I don't think you should do that. Let's just, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. I want to see them perform. Okay. Let's do it. We'll start with the boulets, though.
Oh, wow.
One of my favorite things they've ever worn.
I loved this.
I love a 3D element, and one that works, not the white headband.
There still is no explanation
as to what it was. I know it's not the same as... It's kind of brilliant, though, because we're going to talk about it.
I guess. They look like hot and sexy Venus flytraps to me.
I just loved...
Black Widow Venus flytraps.
I loved their bodies in it. I loved the hair. I loved that as they were sitting there trying to talk to each other, Big Boulay said that her armpit hurt. That is... Well, I say this every time. I just love seeing the boulets interact by themselves. They're so fucking funny. Because it does feel like we're hosting a show. Because she really is like, I love her outfits, but my armpit hurts. You don't hear RuPaul saying that, because if RuPaul's armpit hurts, everyone burns.
All right, we're starting off with the first group.
Well, they did it at the same time, so we can talk about it. So it was chaotic, orgotic, and hell for pay, right? Hell's foreplay. Okay.
Hell's foreplay. So there was like Kiss, and it was like, so it was Fantasia, Blackberry, Anaphylactic, and
Neo.
And they had like Kiss makeup, and they were all pretty cohesive looking. Leather and like fishnets, which they read them for a little bit.
Yeah, it was very... It's what we would have done. If we had to do like a rock and roll challenge, we would wear this.
Oh, no, absolutely not. If I had to do a rock and roll challenge on Dragula, I would do like one of those, remember Eurovision, those monsters that sang Eurovision? They look like orcs. I would do orc.
I would do ABBA.
You know, I love this gown. I'm surprised your belts, though, because I don't really think of you as a belter. I feel like you're more of like a soprano.
Was that worth it? I thought Blackberry, as the drummer, killed it.
Yeah, Blackberry did so good.
I loved Fantasia as the lead singer. And the other group was just great as a solid. Chaotic with their head things. It's more dynamic.
Chaotic,
want to watch
Orgotic made everyone head horn prosthetics and explained it.
I loved
Respectfully, I'm horny.
Oh yeah.
Just like them.
Orgotic is putting on Cynthia's horns, they're explaining to the camera like how it works. It was very hot.
It was very hot.
I think Orgotic is so talented. There haven't been that many monsters. I don't think there's ever been a monster like them.
No.
Cynthia was making out with Throb, full on just tongues out outside their mouths. That's what I used to think kissing was. My dad taught me the right way.
Oh, who bit someone's butt? I feel like someone bit someone's butt.
Throb, Cynthia. Throb and Cynthia, they were doing a whole show. And I would watch. We find out the
winner
winners.
is chaotic, orgotic.
Obviously, it was pretty clear.
And specifically orgotic, because it was really orgotic.
They did everything.
Prosthetic work that had everyone horny.
Anna and Neo are in the bottom. I'm not surprised by either of those. Anna just has not stuck out at all.
No.
And it's
I think it's her temperament. I think that maybe her stage persona is different than her, and she just couldn't bring it out.
Yeah, and Neo, hilarious. Neo put the guitar on like it was a purse and then just kind of did this. They find out the elimination challenge is a tattoo.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? It bores
Sorry.
you. It bores you.
No, sorry. I mean, it's Dragula. It's dirty. I kind of think this is a great extermination challenge, because it's an instant souvenir. And, I mean, if you already have ink, what's one more?
So they walk into the bus and they find out the only tattoos they can choose from are like birds shaped like penises. And Neo was like, I don't want it to be that big. And I felt that. I was like, I got you, girl. But then as she's having it done, I don't know if she was saying out loud to maybe help convince herself, but she was like, it's like a permanent souvenir. So I'm actually really happy about this.
Yeah.
And then poor Anna got a tramp stamp and then
immediately got sent home. So that's the only downside. But they do have something to remember them by. And
I don't know, girl.
But if you're going on that show, you gotta know some crazy shit's coming.
And you're right, they both already had tattoos. It wasn't like a first tattoo situation.
Yeah.
I don't have tattoos. I do want to be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Because like George Santos, you're
Jew-ish. But I don't think I would do it. I mean, I wouldn't do half the shit on this show. But good for them. They tried it. Don't try it, little boy.
Yeah.
So Anna wants to build a snowman. She gets murdered in a room full of ghosts.
Mannequins. Does get murdered. Who were they? Was that the Boulets or was that contestants that were stabbing her?
The Boulets are always the one that killed them.
Well, I just don't know if that was them because they couldn't recognize their makeup.
But I meant the room. Like the room was ghost man. Like it was what was that room?
Well, I think they all seem to be in a hotel or like a cabin this year or something.
Okay.
A haunted mansion. And then that room had sheets covering like, I don't know, mannequins. So I feel like it was your classic mannequin come to life, stabbing people.
Room.
Sheet, ghost room.
They usually have that at a Holiday Inn Express. All right, well, that was another episode of Dragula.
I'm excited for next week. Battle of the Bands is fun. I don't know if I wanted it for 2 whole episodes. But I liked how short they made the episodes.
Except for the long table room, you're right. Listen, I love this fucking cast, though.
I love this cast. I love the Boulets. We're nitpicking because we know that once we get on
Dragula.
Once we get on Dragula, they're going to give it back to us. And as a true drag monster, I welcome it.
I was going to say you look kind of scary today. All right, well, if you want to come back next week and be scary, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Of course, the notification bell.
And you know what? Do yourself a favor. Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheshow.
Also, we're both on Cameo. So if you want a message from us to a loved one or a hated one, go ahead and go there.
Yes, but you can also get a Shameo by going to IMHOtheshow.com. And don't forget, all of our merch is at DragQueenMerch.com.
And before we go, we will be at Idle Hour this weekend, this Saturday, the 9th, for Bottomless Brunch. It is a Christmas edition, hosted by Lauren Banal. In the description box, we do have the link if you want to go ahead and reserve your table.
Yeah, if you're in the area, come see us.
Come see us. We're going to have so much fun.
It's bottomless, so there's like no pants allowed.
Yeah, you really can't wear pants.
Such Winnie the Pooh vibes.
Yeah,
but it is going to be chilly. It is going to be chilly.
Bitch, it's been like 60 degrees.
I'm in heaven. It's been, get this, it's been cold at work.
All right, bye. I'm happy for you, though. I know that cold is important to you.
I swear to God, I will never, ever be hot again.
What? You'll be hot in like a couple months.
No, I won't.
Are you leaving the city?
If I have to. Is
this how you're telling me that IMHO is ending?
No, you'll come with me.
No, I'm not.
You're not going to let me walk away. I mean, I know the view's good, but...
Yeah, I will. Listen, I've got a lot of things lined up, okay? I cannot get up. Do you know what would happen to this apartment if I left? This beautiful townhome?
You would die?
No, it would be cleaner. I'm very messy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Dragula, and it's scary. So I've learned a very scary fact today, listening to No Such Thing as a Fish. You ready?
Yeah.
Did you know that goldfish have teeth.
Ew.
But they're not in their mouth.
Where are they?
Their teeth are in the back of their throat. Yeah, that's how they chew. They go, and they lose their teeth sometimes. So sometimes
they swallow their
you
teeth.
No, they spit it out. So you look in a aquarium or whatever at the dentist's office, because that's where they are. Sometimes a goldfish will shoot a tooth out their mouth. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I would tell that boring story all the time.
The ocean is so weird.
Well, I said aquarium, but yeah.
Well, goldfish are in the ocean too. Or what are they, ponds?
They're freshwater fish.
Oh.
Salt and fresh. Do you know the difference? No. Never mind.
Yeah. One tastes good, one tastes fine.
Okay, I have another ocean fact, since you said ocean.
Okay.
No such thing as a fish has been very ocean-centric lately. Okay. Sea turtles are trans icons.
Oh.
Hear me out.
Only two genders.
Well, first and foremost.
Only two genders. And you know what? The turtles have been walking a thin line ever since all that straw hullabaloo. So tell me.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Tell me what you got.
Okay, sea turtles, they lay the eggs in sand.
I see.
If the sand is below 31 degrees Celsius, it will be male. And if it's above, it will be female. Anyway, the sand is now, because of global warming, have you heard of it?
Yeah.
I just found out about it, and it does not sound good. The sand is at a different temperature than it normally is. Anyway, all the sea turtles are now female. And as we're continuing with global warming, it will continue to heat up the sand, and it'll be harder to find males. So the heat in the sand turns the eggs girl. So what I'm saying is, we need to put you in sand. This summer, let's go to the beach. I put you in sand. You come out.
I'm already a girl. So what are you trying to say?
You're a sea turtle. What do you think I was trying to say? That's fucked up. I'm ally. The fuck?
Your dress reminds me of my Uncle Jim Bob, and when we would misbehave, he would take his belt off and he would hit us with it. I never got hit with it, but he threatened me one time.
You never got hit growing up?
No, not by him. I got hit by my dad with a paddle one time.
One time?
Yeah.
I got hit all the time.
I got spanked a bunch, but only one paddle.
Did I ever tell you the story? Oh, this makes me so mad. We were fighting, me and my brother. Mom said, wait till your father gets home. Dad comes home. Mom says they bad. They need spanking. And my dad did not fuck around with spanking. It was abuse. Anyway, so I went first. I got the spanking of my life. Cried. Also thought, would I enjoy this? Doesn't matter. And then my brother lays across the lap ready for his spanking, but he stuffed a Bible in his pants. And so my dad saw the Bible and thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And he was laughing too hard to give him a spanking, so he didn't.
Jesus saves.
Okay. Maybe Christianity's onto something. Maybe... Doesn't that make you so mad?
You know what? That does make me angry. And I feel like the last time I was even close to this angry was when they expelled George Santos from the House of Representatives.
Okay, I really need to go.
I don't think that this is okay.
To her
this is America.
Who George Santos is.
Okay?
She really,
fresh George Santos, fresh George better. Fresh George Santos with Santos fresh and full of life. Santos, the fresh maker.
Okay, bye.